I was trying to get my pizza on before the pod.
You have time to snack on that thing.
Oh yeah, I mean, you two are just gonna.
So does that they do by the slice or?
Yep.
You haven't been to Pizza Tree?
No, dude.
Okay, well,
No.
let's get started first and then get into that. So we have Mr. Justin McClain with us here today, manager at 3 Story Coffee,
Yo.
dubbed doer of all things,
That's right.
self-dubbed. And he's never been to
Never
been
been
to
to-
Pizza Tree.
I've never been to 3 Story. No, I've never been to Pizza Tree. Never been to Pizza Tree.
Dude, they're fire, man.
I think Tyler's probably been there 3 times today.
I was gonna say, if you didn't say today,
Really?
that's what I was gonna say.
Well, it's quick, it's easy. It's all, those are the pizza with the slice. As far as pizza goes, like the pepperoni, get that thick cut pepperoni.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
What about the oven? Is it a brick oven? Is it a pizza oven? Is
It's
it
one of those big like commercial pizza ovens with the stainless steel.
is it a conveyor or like a door?
No, it's a door.
Okay.
Yeah, those conveyor rolls, I don't. No,
Doesn't work.
Doesn't
Can't
work.
do it.
Yeah.
Doesn't work.
Because if you have one of those, it means that the crust is already like pre-cooked,
Kind of.
Oh,
and it's like
Yeah.
styrofoamy. Like, yeah.
Right on.
they're like my in-between meal. You know,
yeah?
like I'm hungry real quick. Maybe my wife made dinner, but
get
it's
a
been a while
slice.
since let's get a slice.
There you go.
Yeah, and they have some exotic ones sometimes.
There you go. I'm in,
You
dude.
gotta
I
go,
love pizza. Especially of late, last year.
What's your best pizza spot in Jeff City? Is there a few?
Well, there's a few, but they're mainly Greek. However, my favorite currently is called Kate and Alley's.
Kate and Alley's.
Yeah, it's like a New York style pizza.
All right.
So it's right on the boulevard. It's super good, super good. Second, Theo's Midtown, the whole Eris family, Eris Pizza, Eris Bistro. I think they're all family, but that's good pizza too.
All right.
Well,
So how's 3 Story been up in Jeff City?
It's been good.
Because I'm in Columbia at 3 Story every day.
Yeah, it's
Missing you.
been right. I haven't been up here in a while, but it's good. Going real well. We've got a little bit of a flood issue down in one of our near one of our stores.
The one by the Capitol or
Yeah,
the
yeah,
main one?
yeah, the little one. But it's good. Business is good. Things are good. Got some new coffees coming out soon. Got some new stuff coming in. Kenya. We got some things coming in from Central and South America. So, yeah, things are good.
I got a drink in Columbia. They just dubbed the Tyler.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
Well, it's technically a long black.
Okay.
You know what that is, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
More like equal. It's like a very tiny Americano
Right.
or a little like, yeah. Well, they had just never heard of it, and so
You like
they
that?
make it fantastic. This is just an Americano, so it lasts a little longer.
Yeah.
But yeah, long black, man.
Long black. That's a good one. It's a good drink.
Equal parts espresso and water.
so that's what I was gonna say. Like,
Espresso
so
and water.
throughout all this coffee talk, the only thing I know is like Folgers. That's about it.
Watch
So-
your mouth.
Yeah, I know exactly. Tyler gets so mad at me. I'm like, Tyler, what should I get here? And whenever guys are like, check this out. I'm like, I like learning about shit.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Just teach me. So like an Americano, was it half what?
Well,
Technically, yeah, go ahead.
Americano is kind of a cool drink. The name and the drink itself has roots in World War II. As a lot of people probably already know, but like coffee as we know it today, milk-based drinks, espresso drinks and such, there's a long history. It comes from Italy.
Yeah.
So they've created a lot of terms and drinks and stuff like that we've kind of taken on. And but as it relates to the Americano, the way the story goes is that troops were coming in from Africa, coming up into Europe, and as they come through Italy, there was Italians drink these smaller single shot espressos, double
Yep.
espressos, cortados, super small drinks,
Yeah.
really rich, vibrant. That wasn't going to cut it for the troops. So they would water it down. They would take a double shot of espresso and water it down, thus the Americano.
Okay, I did not know that.
Yeah.
The history behind that. That's
so
cool.
that's kind of a neat thing. But we've got something for everybody, though. We definitely do.
Oh, yeah.
We've got something for everybody.
Yeah, and but cortado's like probably my go-to.
It's my
most of the
favorite.
time. Cortado with the oat milk because I like how it steams. The oat milk.
Yeah, it tastes real nice. Drinks
good.
like whole.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my favorite drink too. Anytime I'm out in the country, around the world, that's my drink.
Yeah.
Tells a lot about a shop. You get a lot
Yep.
of like
That's
upfront data.
It's one of the hardest drinks to make that
Yeah, it's difficult to make. I guess it's not difficult to make. It's just difficult to.
top off, or how I'm trying
Like-
to think of how Landon down there explained it to me. What
I
the
can't
part
think of
it was
it.
difficult.
Like to nail, like do it right every time, because
nail,
like it's just nail. Anyways, but yeah, it's,
Fletcher's trying to look up just what a cortado is in general.
Yeah.
I think that's
it's
why
a
they're
drink
laughing.
of equal parts. So it's equal parts espresso, equal parts milk.
And it looks better than that at 3-Story.
It does.
It does, man. Oh
It's-
my gosh.
It's also got it's a slightly lower temperature on the milk, so there's a little bit different sweetness that comes through in the milk, and how it interacts with the coffee sort of highlights some things in there. It's just a real rich, robust, good drink. Not a lot of liquid.
So for some background, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
For some background, have you been with 3-Story Coffee like since the jump, since they started?
No.
Okay, but you've been there a while.
Yeah, I've been there
Managing a while.
5 years. Would be November would be 5 years.
Okay. How long has
So-
it been open in Jeff City?
2012, December ish, November, December 2012. They opened up on Dunklin Street, and initially it started out just roasting. They never, and Tony, the owner, he never had intentions, as he tells me, to ever make drinks,
To do retail at
to
all.
do retail. It's just me like roasting behind the scenes, e-commerce,
Yeah.
and then it morphed quickly. And so 2013, June, I moved to Missouri from Tennessee. I was in the Army. I got stationed in Jeff City, actually,
Okay.
to recruit for the active duty.
Yeah.
And I had lived in Europe for a while. Previously, I had like...
Where'd you live in Europe?
I lived in Germany for 5 years.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
That's where I would live if I lived
Oh,
in Europe.
it's so
That's the
great.
country I'd live in. I don't
So
know where
great.
in there, but yeah.
But so I dabbled like Europeans do, right? You go into a European town, you like have some sort of a breakfast type
Yeah.
bagel, croissant, something like that, and you drink coffee. That's what they do. That's what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, well, that's pretty good. Never had coffee before. My whole life, never had it. My whole time
What
in the
age were
military,
you at this point?
like 31.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So never had coffee. Fast forward to get to Jeff City, started looking up places to get a good cup of coffee, tried a few, weren't great.
Yeah, especially after you've been perusing Europe
Yeah.
for a while.
Found 3-Story, never made it there. And then I visited a church on a Sunday morning, and Tony was speaking at this church about 3-Story Coffee and their relationships with farmers and
Yeah.
these sort of things. I'm like, well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So that Monday, I go to the shop, and they were closed. So Tuesday, I go to the shop, and I'm like, oh, man, this is great. Well, then Wednesday, I took one of my kids to gymnastics, and his daughter was there, and he was sitting up in the bleachers. And I'm like, I'm gonna go talk to that guy. That's not my thing. At that point, it wasn't my thing. I was pretty introverted. And so we got to talking. Long story short, we became friends. I spent a lot of time in the shop. This is 2013 still. And then 2015, I had made a decision that I was going to get out of the
Yeah.
Army. I confided in him. Yeah, this is what I'm going to do. He's like, hey, you want to come work for us? I'm like, yeah, that'd be really cool.
Okay.
So here we are.
There's a nice ebb and flow there.
You know?
How that went.
I was like, man, okay.
Yeah, that's
that-
Landon Fletch right there.
Yeah,
Good dude.
good dude.
Good dude.
The
So,
whole-
man, the whole crew.
the
Yeah, that's what I
whole
was about
team,
to
yeah.
say. My God, it is incredible. It can be a different days, different people. They handle everything well. The crowds, they still talk to all the regulars.
Yeah. It's pretty remarkable.
I could go on and on. They're so awesome, all of them.
And there's the same, it's the same in Jeff City. Now, the shops are down there aren't as big, so
Yeah.
there's not as many people working at once. But in terms of their, cohesion and the team cohesion, it's all
Yeah.
there. It's pretty remarkable, man. It
That's
really is.
awesome.
I tell you what, the one here in Columbia, I drive by 4 or 5 times a day because our office is right down the street, and it's always busy.
Always busy.
And if the sun's shining, that patio upstairs is like standing room only.
Right, yeah.
Everybody's got their laptops and their cortados.
Yeah, even people that can't afford them, they don't care. They'll spend their last dollar at 3-Store Coffee. They'll spend their last dollar at 3-Store Coffee.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, they are kind enough to give me 2 free chips, for 2 free drinks. This right here, this little house right here, it was right by our parking lot. It's an Airbnb now.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, so I own it, and we're doing an Airbnb. It's crazy. Like, this lady's staying there right now for 9 nights in a row.
Oh, yeah?
And it's so. Last month there was like 23 days booked.
Nice.
I thought it was just gonna be like a weekend thing, I mean, I used to make like $750 in rent every month off of it, and it's literally 400% of that.
Really?
Even after paying clean. Oh yeah.
Nice.
It's insane.
The Airbnb
And I don't know how
stuff.
long it'll last, but it's booked out through like October, and we started in May.
I just love that Airbnb stuff. I just think it's the greatest approach to staying.
Oh yeah,
Not in a hotel.
Yeah, for like a person that's going to travel, I use it all the time.
Yeah.
The setting it up. If it wasn't for Drew Holtwick, my partner, it was a lot of work, and you have to be so specific to get a 5-star review.
Oh,
and
dude.
that's what runs it, right? Like
Oh,
we
yeah.
have like 13 5-star reviews now, and we're up to be like a super host here July 1st. And
Really?
that's how people gain trust on the app.
Oh, yeah.
And he makes sure, dude, there's a Shakespeare's pizza, a frozen Shakespeare's pizza in the freezer for everyone.
Bingo.
Bag of ice. 2 free coffee drink chips from 3-Story Coffee.
There you go.
There's Cliff Bars. Like, there's a whole little snack section. We leave them water, tea.
Do of the times that you've had it, rented out,
Yeah.
do the people use that stuff?
So the coffee chips, for some reason, don't get used very often.
Really?
The Cliff Bar is gone. The drinks are gone. Sometimes, almost always, the ice is gone. And sometimes they leave the pizza. I guess they want to go eat somewhere. It's a whole big.
Sure, and I get
Shakespeare's
that.
pizza.
But do you think that it's because, like, I'm not going to take that because they're going to charge me for it?
So someone asked us that recently. And we're like, of course not. But also, it was their first time booking Airbnb.
Right.
Because how I would never think that. That's all I do is stay in Airbnbs. If they have something out for you, like, it's fair. You're hitting it,
But a couple of years
I'm
ago.
eating it anyways.
But because you've gotten burned in the hotel stuff.
I know,
Where
but yeah.
A bottle of water is $18. You're like, I'm not doing that.
But it's like, you got to remember, these are just people like you and I
Right.
running these Airbnbs. It's not like marked, and stuff.
Yeah.
And if they left it there, it was so
So
you
that
had
you
a
could-
better experience.
Sure, yeah. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
but-
For
I mean,
everyone out there, all the 100 listeners.
That's very generous, but
Use the coffee tokens.
well, that's what like we use at the mini bar. I mean, a pack of M&Ms is $20. Like,
Right.
I'm gonna err on the side of caution at my Airbnb. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
no,
my
it's,
approach.
It's been fun, man, but they're kind enough, to leave
well,
those chips.
and funny story. So I started CrossFit last week. I had my second session today.
Nice.
I told him we're doing interview with Justin from 3-Story. He goes, well, tell them that they need to do a better job marketing about their tumblers. Like, you get 50% off or
50 cents,
50
yeah.
cents off. He goes, I went there 3 times a week for a year.
Oh, and nobody ever told him?
Nobody ever told me.
and he
It's
had
part of the
tumbler.
plan.
And then he goes,
like that he could have bought one.
could have bought one.
If
Yeah.
you bought a mug, you get some.
I got
And
you.
he goes,
Yeah.
he goes, next week I saw him put it on the sign. They're out of tumblers. I'm like,
We just ordered some more, so
Yep.
it'll be back here in the next few weeks.
I
He's-
know.
he said
Nick
that-
was showing me some of the cool new colors.
there's some
yeah.
new
But
the
like
black
some
one's
new
the
twist
dopest.
ons. They're
Yeah,
pretty cool.
that company, dude, fellow,
Fellow.
it's unreal. They do a
Yeah.
great job.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
Yeah. Tyler, do you have a tumbler?
Yeah, and I forget to bring. So I bought one a few weeks ago. I've probably, but I go to 3-Story, 33 times a month, so it'll pay itself off. Even if I forget it every now and then.
So part of it though is
I'm not gonna drink a long black out of it or a
Yeah, that's the-
cortado. That's the thing. Those are my go-tos. I'll do an Americano.
yeah, like
that's it.
typically in that 3-Story in Columbia with the option to have a porcelain cup for here. We don't
Yeah.
do that in Jeff City currently, just because it's a slightly different flow in there, and one of our spots is like 250 square feet. But
Yeah, my friend,
cow.
my
Yeah,
friend,
dude.
my friend
It's the size
Adi,
of this
Adi
table.
Schultz, Adi, she client of ours, she works at the Capitol, and that's where she always goes.
Oh,
to that.
really?
She didn't even know there was another location.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well,
now
she lives in Columbia, so
we
just,
get that a lot too.
yeah.
Though people are like, "Yo, there's another 3-story," because they'll say, "Yo, we'll have a meeting at 3-story."
Yeah,
One of them ends up at one, ends up at the other.
Yeah.
Like, yo. But yeah, I prefer the porcelain or ceramic. I guess it's not I don't know why I was thinking porcelain. Ceramic in the store. I like that better. Because then you got to clean the cup and all that. It's just
yeah.
anyway.
I got some good stories about you from the Columbia crew.
Really?
Yeah, a couple of them. And I got an extra one from Kate because you were sick when we were going to do the podcast. And she said, I heard you needed some stories about Justin.
Send
I
it.
was like, yeah.
Send it.
So the first one, Landon told me, I'm sure other people were there. So Justin, there's a maintenance closet inside one of the bathrooms, right? Where, like you get stuff. So Justin had went in there just to get some stuff and the door shut behind him. Well, immediately someone comes in. And it's a unisex bathroom, like anyone can go.
Yeah, dude.
So anyone can go in there. So someone comes in, and it happens so quick, he just like stays in there. So
And like try not to breathe heavy. Like,
It was wild.
So I'm guessing how the story's gonna end is like, he waits until the person leaves and gets out. So he waits until they're done using the restroom, and he hears
was it a quick visit or
Yeah,
a longer
No,
longer stay?
Quick, fast, and in a
that's
hurry.
good too. So
That's good to know.
they hit the head, and then he waits until the sink is on where they're washing their hands. And then he just feels the need to tell them that he was in the closet. So he goes out and, when they're washing, like, hey, man, I was in the closet. You just came in. And
Full disclosure. I mean, it's very quiet in there, like soundproof. And so I didn't hear all of like the door opening, somebody coming in. Should have locked it. Lesson learned. I will say too, though, that was early on. We weren't like totally slammed plus COVID, so we weren't real busy.
yeah,
So it was good.
that's good.
Yeah.
In full disclosure, you could have just gone there every day. And you're like, I'm gonna step up and do the right thing. Like,
Yeah.
I can see that's what you kind of guy you are.
Yeah,
I can see you in there like, I got to tell this person.
We gotta just lay it all out. Yo, this is what just happened.
I like the wheels of things.
Yeah.
It's like I tell them now, like you hear a stream, like I might interrupt while while certain things are exposed. And, like the water's on, like so the probably all zipped up. Now's a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's pretty funny.
that is funny.
That's a good
Should we
story.
wait for the other one, or should I just
No.
like go straight into the other one?
Is it good? No, go ahead, man.
It's not bad. It's just funny too.
That's good.
This was by Kate. Maybe Kate was the only one working.
Oh, I've got one about her too.
That's perfect. I love Kate. She's
It is
so much fun.
classic.
Okay. So Kate told me, you came, I don't know if you're on break or something, you came back in and just ripped ass, like just ripped a fart hard, like behind the counter. And there wasn't very many customers there, but there was like a few. And Kate was waiting for you to say something, and I guess you just kept giggling. That was less of
I'm 12.
great story.
You should have led with that one and then go to the toilet, the hide and go sneak in the porta potty.
No, I'm 12. I'm 12.
Oh man,
12-year-old boy.
my wife.
Me too.
Yeah, she doesn't care that I say this on here, but Fletcher knows me. My wife, you look at her, she's accounting professor, she's straight laced, she's there's the kind of, I don't want to say like goody two shoes. She's a great time. She's kind of just straight laced,
Right.
Just loves to talk about farts. And,
Really?
And poop. And if someone farts, like dude, if my 17-month-old son farts, holy hell. It's
Her AirPods are named Poop Queen.
the poop queen.
If you look on our dry erase board over there, the last two leads we got were from Mr. George Diarrhea, and then Lord Christmas and Harry Doyle.
Nice.
She's in here sometimes. She's got a pump. She's still breastfeeding, and so she's got a pump. Like when she's at Columbia College, she'll come in here without us and pump, and then
And
leave.
she'll leave like, little notes around the office.
That's what's up.
And like I didn't see that for like a month or so, and then finally I text Tyler. He goes, "That was my wife, Gina. She's dying laughing." I was like, "It was there for like a month that I see it. She just held her breath."
I'm gonna talk about classic. Like she thinks it's just the
I don't.
everything.
We could get off track here, but
Oh, hopefully.
there's a dude, Jack Vale. on Facebook, YouTube. I think he's in Nashville. He's got this thing called the Pooter.
The Pooter.
His whole YouTube career is going into like Walmarts and Targets and places in New York Times Square, and he's got this little. It looks like a little oil can in his hand, like a little rubber, and he just crosses his arms like this and just like rips in the store. Some people like rip one back. Some people want to fight him.
Yeah.
But I find it's so hilarious. So hilarious. Like every day I have to watch Jack Vale get a good old belly laugh.
That's great.
Jack Vale, the Pooter.
Vale.
Yeah.
All right.
My kids actually got me the Pooter for Christmas. However, I can't get it to work the way he does. Mine sound totally fake.
Yeah.
His sound on point. One time I did see, though, he pulled a tube of chapstick out of his pocket and, like, chapstick the hole to create, like, a weird seal.
He knows, man.
Yeah, he knows what's up.
Oh, my gosh.
Love that.
Anytime I want to
Love it.
win a night with my wife, I'll have to watch his videos.
Just get the Pooter. You should just get the Pooter. Is what you should do.
So
she left. Didn't she? My wife just bought some poop, like a fake sticky poop. It isn't just like a few weeks ago. I'm about to go to the bathroom, and it's just like laying on the lid, and I know it's fake. I'm like, and she hears me. She's in the bedroom. I go, she doesn't even know what it's about. I go, Gina, and she goes, bah!
I love that, dude.
She sent me a picture and be like, can't wait till Tyler gets home. And it was like hanging out the side of the toilet.
There you go, man.
Yeah.
I love it.
No, she's great. She's awesome.
That was great. That was great.
So what are you looking up? Oh, this
Jack
Pooter
Vale,
guy.
the Pooter.
Let me tell you about Kate, because this is hilarious.
Yes.
Kate's been with us longer than anybody else.
Kate's awesome.
She was down in Jeff City for a couple of years.
Okay.
Went to Colorado, Wyoming, something, Dude Ranch stuff. Came back, worked for us in Columbia. Anyways, so there was this conference going on in Jeff City, and I'm not sure what it was, but it was sort of the talk of the town. There were supposed to be some real prominent keynote speakers. Who was it? What's his name? The guy from Growing Pains.
I don't know.
The Rob guy that sang the song?
No, the kid.
Mike Seaver?
No. Kirk Cameron. Kirk Cameron. He was Growing Pains, right? Is that it?
Yep, Kirk Cameron.
Yeah. Anyway, so he was like the keynote speaker, and he's a pretty he's an evangelical guy, pretty prominent in that realm, and Kate wanted to attend, however she was working, and so all these people are coming in, just standard fare, questioning, yeah, what are you getting into today? How's your day going?
Yeah.
This guy comes in, she says those questions what are you doing today? He's like, well, I went to this conference today.
Oh shit.
And she's like, yeah, I heard there's some pretty cool speakers, and Kirk Cameron, I really wanted to go. She's like, yeah, Kirk. She doesn't know it's him. He's in the shop.
Yep.
He's like, yeah, I heard that he was going to be there, but I didn't get to stick around to see him. He said something, and everybody in the shop is like, did she just say that? And so it goes on for a long time, and then he leaves, and some of the people he were with, I guess I don't really remember all the story, but I think somebody had come back in and they're like, hey, that was Kirk Cameron. You didn't even know. It was pretty hilarious. So she got totally humiliated that she was telling Kirk Cameron that she wanted to see Kirk Cameron, except she didn't recognize him when she came in the shop. It was crazy.
That's funny.
Yeah. So there's Jack Vale.
So the Pooter is actually that's a handheld.
That's a great.
It's a handheld device.
Fart machine.
Yes. There's another group of guys that seem they're from the South, maybe North Carolina or something, that have a straw. In their channel, they do just juicies all over the store.
Juicies.
That needed to come out all day.
In the hat, that's him?
No, that's right there, the white hat.
What was that?
But he's so
And
he's focused.
Oh yeah, so focused. And doesn't try to make a funny face. He's just concentrated, kind of trying to play it off.
He's trying real hard not
trying.
to.
That guy's cracking up. The guy next to him is on the phone with 2 big like creatine powder in the jars, just dying laughing.
I don't care who you are. That's always gonna be funny.
Just told his friend on the phone, this guy just ripped ass.
Yeah. It's pretty funny.
So this has like 1 million views. It's a guy walking around Target with the
just Putin,
just fake farting on people.
Yeah.
Oh man, that
some
Asian
people
lady
get
was upset.
Some people get sideways.
Really?
Sideways. Like one of them, he gets hit. Like this older gentleman is in a wheelchair, and his wife is in a wheelchair, and he stood up out of the wheelchair. He's like, "I'm about to beat your ass."
Really?
It's crazy, man. But anywho,
That's great.
yeah.
Yeah, man. And just put those running in a loop. Put Gina in a good mood no matter what.
Yeah.
Oh man. So Fletch had a closing before this.
So where were we?
Where were we?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's why I went back to like, what's happening?
Yeah, I was like, thank you, Tom.
Can I get a number though, a review on that pizza? 1 to 10.
What was it? The pepperoni?
I got pepperoni and a sausage slice from Pizza Tree.
Okay.
In my world, it's an 8.
Okay.
Yeah,
If it was a Dave Portnoy, his scale, probably a little lower.
yeah, I'd
He's
say
tough.
like
He's
average
tough.
slice. I'd say 7 for me. But sometimes their slices hit an 8.
Well,
It's never
like a
gonna be
fancy-
like a 9 or a 10. I don't. But it's great. Like Pizza
but
Tree's
it's
great. It's
so
not so
good.
great for me when you get a whole pizza. I'd rather just get the slices.
It's probably the closest to like a New York style. It's a little bit thinner crust,
Yeah.
a little bit bigger piece.
Yeah.
Very, very simple, but it has a good crust.
You got a good
It's
sauce.
got a good
like
crunch on it. Like it's not too saucy, but not too cheesy.
I love it.
Yeah.
I
Try it.
I like Shakespeare's every now and then, but Shakespeare's is more for the novelty.
Yeah.
Well, and it's
I miss Medici's a lot.
Yeah.
I really
Never heard
like
of it.
Medici's. It's fire.
it was at a local spot here.
I think they're in St. Louis is
Yeah.
like where the base is, but they had one downtown. It just didn't last very long. It was huge. It was like 10,000 square feet or something.
Wow.
I don't know if it was that big. It was gigantic.
If you guys go to Jeff City, you gotta try Kate and Alley's.
Kate now.
Kate and Alley's.
Yeah, there you go. He just got knocked out. Well, he got hit. That's the older guy. He just hit him. He said, "I don't think that was much near funny right there, partner."
Oh, shit. He swung. Oh!
Got him 2 times.
And he was in a wheelchair.
That one almost
Yeah.
has 2 million views.
Apparently, you don't need a wheelchair there, buddy.
Yeah, because
I'll
he
tell
kind of
you
like
what.
ripped a little one on his wife. And, dude, like respect, though. He stood up. He's like, yo.
Yeah.
But, anywho.
Bodily function. Yeah, we're going to get lost in this again. I don't even know we're podcasting when I'm watching this guy.
It's going to be all about pizza and the pooter.
Yeah, and
No
the
coffee.
I mean, if the pizza's really good, then
The pizza's...
it's a natural byproduct.
There's a lady that works for us in Columbia. Her name's Kayla. And it seems as though every time her and I work together, it's all we do is talk about pizza or food. It just devolves. My oldest daughter works for us, too, and she's like a super foodie person, so that's all we ever talk about.
So what's the Kate and Alley's? Is it a
Kate and Alley's. That's
is it a New York style pizzeria?
Yeah, well, they actually have all 3. So they've got the New York, they got the Chicago, and they have the St. Louis.
Nice.
But the Chicago is out of control.
See, I love.
so you like that deep dish style, if it's done right.
If it's done right, but it's more like casserole. So I'm very
Yep.
seasonal with stuff like that. I'm
Yeah.
not going to do that in the summer.
Oh no, yeah,
You know what I mean?
it's
Exactly.
so heavy.
Yeah.
But like dead of the winter,
Oh, yeah.
and the owner there, I said to him, I want to try your Chicago, however you like it. Like what? And so he said, well, we put meatballs in relish, and I'm like, well,
Relish?
I don't like relish, like
pickle relish?
like on a hot dog relish. He's like, no, a different type of relish. So I was like, all right, send it. Like, try it. It was so good. To me, it looked more like okra on there, not
okay.
like relish.
Okay.
But it was. I'm a ginger, so like hot things destroy me.
Oh,
Is that why it is? I have a little red in my hair because it destroys me.
Like
Yeah.
Taco Bell mild sauce is the farthest I
Yeah.
can.
Me too.
I can't go any further.
B3 story?
Yeah.
Yo,
We're
it's
all
crazy.
of us the same.
So that's it right there.
Yeah.
It is so good.
I'll be sweating. Buffalo Wild Wings. Gina worked there in college. She'd bring me home the boneless mild. Of course, I'll get mild too. Sweating.
Turning red. Yeah.
So Chicago. So like Lou Malnati's Chicago.
Yeah.
Is my hands down favorite. Like,
of all time, like pizza or Chicago?
Of deep dish style.
Okay, I got you.
But like when I go to Chicago, it's the one thing that I had to get is Lou Malnati's.
Okay.
But it's like so the sausage pizza, but it's like the whole, it's like crust and like the whole bottom layer is just one big sausage patty.
But it's also like a pie crust.
Yeah, but and it's cooked perfect. It's crispy. Like it holds up.
Bro, we're gonna have to.
Yeah, I'm gonna come down to Jeff City. I'm gonna hit you up like.
Well, that too, but I was thinking we're gonna have to eat like right now.
No, Pizza Tree will be open.
Yeah, and I apologize for starting on the podcast while eating, but like I got up today and I did my second day of CrossFit.
Yeah, what do you think? Let's talk about.
Still made
like
it up the stairs.
Speaking of stairs, so I called Tyler like, last week. I did my first one. She had to nag because I was like, hey, I used to play sports, but I'm like, I'm now almost 40. I'm 280 pounds. And I was like, just standing up's a workout, you know?
Nice.
And so it's standing or like one squat all day is kind of what I
That's
call
all.
it.
Yeah.
But I was like, I need to just sweat for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So I walked in and I go, hey guys, here's the deal. The last 3 times I've started something, people would either push you too hard because they're trying to prove some shit. Like, I'm not trying to prove anything. I just want to like maybe touch my toes in a year or two.
Yeah, just be active.
Just be active. So, so I bartended for 15 years. And so it's fun. It's summertime now. We're going to go down the lake. So during the summertime, what we used to do, because I mean, you're working 12 to 16-hour days.
Oh yeah,
4 or 5 days a week, maybe more. But we used to get on scales at the beginning of the summer, and I would write down what they weighed, on Memorial Day.
AJ always would tell me.
And then go to Labor Day.
Fucking crazy.
But like I look at these old pictures and like I look really good. But it was August, and it was an unhealthy weight loss. It's exhaustion,
liquid diets.
Exhaustion and Red Bull.
Yeah,
and you go out drinking every night. But I was like. But still, like being active, being on your feet, is still a little bit workout. But like doing real estate, I'm in the car listening to podcasts every day.
Yeah,
and I was like, I just need to sweat. But it's amazing what kind of sweat you can get off. Just like body weight, like air squats. Well, I guess I got a little more body weight than Tyler does.
But so you had your second class, not the like on ramp or whatever they call it.
So they start you out. Shout out to CrossFit Friends here in town.
Okay.
So they're really good about the process of onboarding.
Oh yeah.
So they spend like a month teaching you how to, and it's by yourself as 1-on-1.
Oh yeah.
Because I mean, like the group stuff that they do every night like 3:30, 4:30, 5:30.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, like I've got friends that I think they're in extremely well shaped. And like it kicks our ass.
Oh yeah.
I'm excited to get there, but I also don't guys, please don't let me become one of those over excited. It's like everybody that's crossing they live and die for that.
It is.
We all know that's not going to be you, brother.
That's a culture, man.
But keep pushing me to get things. Like,
I want you to go, but like, you're not going to be like a CrossFit Facebook stalker, and stuff. Like,
you should do CrossFit. You should do CrossFit. But so what's funny? Like, I got called Tyler after my first day. They got these really long wood metal stairs that goes up to the main level from the parking lot. I shit you not. I almost had to sit down and scoot down on my butt.
Going down?
My legs were so shaky that I thought I was going to fall over.
Yeah. Oh, it doesn't take much, man. When I'm not, I'm not running like I used to ever. The cardio's way down. I lift a lot more than I ever did, but that's pretty much all I do. I should do some more cardio. I only bike when my wife wants to and stuff. Back in the day, I'd run 50 miles a week.
Yeah,
I don't want to do that.
Yeah, I don't either.
I haven't run 50 miles in my lifetime.
You don't need to do that. Science has proven to us too, though.
Yeah, that too. But I like going to lift. But it takes, let's say, I take 3 weeks off, and then I just go do 3 sets, a squat and deadlift. I have a trouble walking up the stairs.
Well,
literally the next day, it's soreness sinks in quick.
And legs, you lose it so fast.
Yeah.
I am in that right now. Today was the first day I could walk without peg legs.
Yeah, oh, really?
So I've been out of the game for 2 years. So being in the military, I was in the military for 13 years. So it was a big part of my life. But I'm also a very regimented guy.
Yeah.
And so I had like a spot, I had a time, and I had a circuit, but the tornado took out the gym in 2019. And it was like morally is devastating to me, to my morale. And but I took 2 years off.
Thanks, tornado.
I was like,
yeah, fucking tornado.
I remember I was like, I can't believe I've gone 8 weeks, and then it was like 6 months, and then it was like a year. I'm like, holy smokes, this is crazy. But anyways,
it gets easier, man.
Oh, it got real easy to not go. Yeah. But then Sunday, I was like, I'm done. Today it's over. And I went and did like a real light full body circuit and then ran a mile. Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I did
3
sets of 10 on squat with 90 pounds, mind you. 90 pounds, and I couldn't walk for 2 days.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the heck? This is crazy. But that's kind of demoralizing too. It's like, why am I doing all this? In 30 days, I'm going to lose it. If I stop.
If you stop.
That's the. You didn't hear that. Don't listen.
Yeah.
Keep pushing.
No, you get something that's attainable. Like, because that's what I've noticed. Like, I'm going to hit it hard. It's like, and that's why I'm glad you're going into it like that. Because, like, keep it consistent. But, I mean, I go 3 days a week minimum. I try to go 5, but usually I tell myself, just go 3.
Yeah.
Because then I get all my circuits. I'll do, like I call it push and pull. So push days, different, and then a pull day, and then legs.
Right.
And if I do cardio with Gina, ride a bike or something, another day, great.
Right.
If I go to the gym another day, great. But, like, it's attainable for me to get in the gym 3 times a week. It is not 6 times.
It's
not,
good.
And I won't do it.
That's good. And it's also good because psychologically it gets you on track with dieting.
Yeah.
Like, if you go to the gym in the
feel bad
morning,
about-
you're like,
yep.
I shouldn't go to the drive-thru.
I should have a smoothie. That's
I
completely
caught
correct.
myself last week. I was like, I was ready to pull in a Popeyes, and I go, and I skipped it, went down to Aldi's, and got some chicken breasts.
You see that?
And,
Yeah, you want to put the right protein in your body,
exactly.
especially after.
And then I walked into Aldi's and realized, like, oh, you can get a ribeye steak for $9. So I went home and cooked half of a ribeye steak.
There you go.
For cheaper than what it would cost me at McDonald's.
Right, exactly.
And I'll tell you what, all these ribeye steaks, better than Hy-Vee, better than Sam's Club.
I agree.
Dude, they are so good. They're half the price.
I agree.
Dude, I agree. I thought he was going to give you that.
Seriously.
Tut.
Yeah, I did too.
No,
It's like,
dude.
How
no.
dare you talk about my Sam's Club meat?
No, seriously. Like, I could go to.
you.
I go to.
Nailed it.
Yeah, dude. I go to Schnucks and get a Delmonico ribeye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, what? That wasn't that great. It was like $25.
Yep.
Go to Aldi. Nail it.
Like
That's awesome.
$9 for like a good 10.
Gina
11
needs
ounce.
to go there more, especially when we're not. We get butcher box.
Well, and
but
they're,
when you just want something then.
Well, and when I first started going there, my sister works for Arbonne. She does like cleaning stuff. So we did cleaning a couple years ago. But their vegetables, their produce, is like the best in town.
Oh,
Listen,
okay.
Aldi people. When I was even growing up, I used to think like,
I thought it was like
little
the
weird.
the dollar store.
Sure, right.
The best save brand.
but it's German.
No, it's just quality in house, right?
It is.
Like it's
And-
it's one brand
and
because
it's very
that's
li-
how they do QC.
Very, very limited products.
And it made everything make sense. Even the whole quarter for the cart thing makes perfect sense. Then you're down on maintenance of carts that get left out. You got a cart boy, all this stuff. Like, it's brilliant German engineering type stuff.
Yeah,
I
there
love
you
it.
go. And that's why I know you know this because you live there. I've only visited a few times, but Europe is amazing. But you have a lot of inconveniences that you're not used to in other countries. Like,
yeah.
they're on. We got off a train one time leaving. I think we were going to Italy. We got on the train in Germany, but we got off somewhere in the middle, and they're like, "Yeah, there's no more trains." And I was like, "Oh, what are you talking about?" Like, they're on strike. I was like, when? And they're like, "It just happened."
Oh, they're not working right now.
Like they just didn't show up, so they're on strike. So this whole part, you're not going to get to Ria Maggiore and Cinque Terre, whatever. So
Really?
we had to take like a $300 cab ride, and the train was like $15.
Oh, yeah.
I had no money. I was like 23. I had no money, and it was like kind
That
of
hurts.
devastating. And then you're just kind of mad about it or whatever, but you enjoy it. It's fine.
Oh,
But
yeah.
in Germany, trains on time. If people say they're meeting you, sometime they meet you at that time.
Oh, yeah.
Like everything runs more efficiently than here, and you still get the European vibe. Those people still have a good work-life balance, even though they work hard. People are biking, right? Like when I'm in Munich, there's just a lot of people biking, a lot of people walking.
It's
There's
just
always
a
a lot
whole-
less traffic.
It's a whole different it's
hard to
it's pretty
explain.
it's pretty wild.
Yeah, it's hard to explain. But Germany is like I like Munich, but even I like Frankfurt.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because that's a cool, like the business district part. You have the river and the old stuff, but you have all the new skyscrapers.
Yep,
and,
and all like the finance districts. And
fucking cool.
So whenever I think about Germany, I think about like the Porsche, like the 911 Porsche is one of my favorite cars of all time. But if you look back at it, so I was watching this documentary on the 911, and from the early 70s till even recently, like the car hasn't changed that
Not much.
So like the Germans, what they do is that they get something and they keep making it better and better and better.
Oh yeah.
But like if you look at like American cars, like they do a 4-year run, scrap it, retool
What's most
everything.
marketable?
Yeah, what's most marketable?
Yeah, what are we chasing?
So like so like
that's a good point.
Yeah, a 95 Porsche Carrera RT. There's still similar parts in the early 90 Porsches. So you actually trade parts out, like sprockets, everything.
It's like American appliances. Like you should have left some of that shit the same. Now you've changed them where they are supposed to break down in like 5 years.
Well, and that's part of it.
And they just look really nice on the outside, but you should have kept some of that shit.
That's
some of the hardware.
That's part of like.
I just bought a condo, Justin. Is it 83? All the appliances from 83. They all worked. I did get rid of them because they were nasty, but they all worked.
Really?
Yes. Fletcher sold me this condo just like 3 weeks ago. But this lady had lived there. One owner since the 80s.
1983.
Just rock solid stuff.
Dude, fucking fridge, stove.
I mean, that's like the beer fridge at my parents' house.
It's probably from the 60s.
Was the fridge that they bought when they got married, which is a year older, so they've had it for 40 years.
Nice.
And it keeps beer at the perfect temperature.
The perfect.
But that's part of...
Is that German?
I don't know. Can be.
I think that's part of... built into these companies to...
They can't supply good shit, and no one buys anything for a while.
Get the next one.
Well, so I always thought that too. But but there's something to be said about like if it's too bulky.
Of course.
It's gonna last forever. It's like you watch all the specials, like with humans, but at the same time, it's like my car. If I buy a new car now, I'm gonna get a warranty on it because like the last new car I bought, the first 3 summers, some of the AC went out. That problem sits there, but like.
So a lot of people talk.
But those old those old steel frame 4Runners, I think they started in like 05 or 06.
Yeah.
They
tanks.
They're tanks, and you see them online for $12,000-$14,000, and they have 190,000 miles.
Yeah, you're like, what?
Because that chassis is never gonna break. And they're simple. There's not a lot of moving parts.
Yeah.
Well, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, where were you stationed in Germany?
I was stationed in the southwest. It's a town called Baumholder, Germany. So
okay, I want to go to I want to go to the cool places that aren't so touristy. That's the thing. Like, I haven't been to Europe enough to just dive into that.
And I was there. Like when GPS for your car, like TomTom and all those had just come out.
Yeah.
But they were crazy expensive.
Yeah. So you're just on an adventure.
Yeah. For what we would do is just get the gas station Atlas. Yeah. And just drive.
Yep.
Get lost. Figure it out.
Hell yeah.
And to your story about that whole train situation, 2007, we took a trip from home base, Southwest Germany, drove through Luxembourg, Belgium, Amsterdam.
Yeah.
And then
hopefully stopped
all through Holland. Then we stayed in Holland and Amsterdam and then took the coastal highway to Normandy for the 63rd anniversary of D-Day.
Oh, okay.
And then so driving from Normandy back home was supposed to be 8 hours. Took almost 24.
Holy cow.
Cost hundreds of dollars.
Yeah.
Because we got so freaking lost. And gas over there, even then, this is in 2007. Gas over there was like $7-8 a gallon. Yep.
It was always a lot crazier, expensive in France and stuff. When I'd go over that to those little gas stations, I was like, whoa.
Yeah, and so you'll see it's like a Euro 80, but that's per liter. So it's 3.7 liters in a gallon.
Oh,
and the euro was almost double the dollar back then.
I was going to say, it's still quite a bit more. But
so
that's why I enjoyed going to like Prague, where they were on. When I was there, they were on the Crown. The whole Czech Republic was on the Crown.
That's the astronomical clock right there.
Yeah, yep.
From Prague. That's the only cool thing in Czech, personally.
Prague is cool, man. You
Prague's
go to
cool,
the Buddhist monastery up there. You hike up to like.
I didn't do that.
Oh, you would love it. The hike is beautiful. That Buddhist monastery is really cool. They brewed these different. See, now your phone's going off.
It's all good.
They brew these different types of beer
Stop
each day,
calling.
and they just call it dark, light, and medium. It's always different. The Prague Castle is really cool.
Yeah.
That's up on that hike too.
Funny story in Prague.
Pinocchio's a big hit there.
It is. I was on a train. I bought a ticket. Of course, it's like
They're everywhere.
you can't even read that stuff. You can kind of make out German. You can. Kinda,
Oh, yeah, no,
but
yeah.
in Prague, you're not.
Praha.
You're not getting anywhere. So I bought a ticket. It seemed like
True.
average price. Thought, okay, well, it was only for like one stop, but
Yeah.
I went 15 and got off the train. Dude came up behind me, bear wrapped me, took me into a private room, had to pay a cash ticket on the spot.
Oh man.
What?
€90.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I got taken for a slice of pizza. I thought I didn't do, even though it was like, dude, it was like 1 to 18. So it's a lot to do. Like 18 crowns, like $1. And I just wasn't looking at the right amount, or I don't know what I did, but I ended up paying like $30 for the slice of pizza. It was like $2, you know. And I was just in my tourist mode, talking to Jesus. What do you want, babe? Just throwing, crown at him. I didn't know how
There
many
you go.
crowns I was throwing at him. And then I figured it out. And I went back and confronted him. He wouldn't really talk to me.
He wasn't giving you
Oh,
money.
Nah, he just tried to,
no
like,
speaking English.
Went in the bag. Whatever, man.
That's funny.
As far as segues go and like transitions, I think I just found the best transition for this podcast for our next subject.
Okay.
So
I know where. I think.
the
Oh, okay.
is it?
I saw that.
Is it Kabalua?
Yeah, I
Is
don't
it-
know how.
So it's
Oh, my God.
the most expensive coffee in the world. It's $160 a pound,
Yeah.
and it comes from is it civet cat
Yeah, something. I guess that's how you say it.
that
Civet, commit.
that eats the beans and then poops them out.
Comes from the poop.
Yeah.
That's how you
So
get the
somebody
poop
goes in
and
there
the
and-
coffee together.
Yeah, that's how transition.
Yeah. So this is actually going to segue into something else that's kind of cool too, but it's crazy. There's nowhere else to say about it. It's crazy.
Yeah, like I'm not, yeah.
Like
I'm never really elite in those categories, I don't think. I never really want to.
like if you had the disposable income and you want to pay $90 for a cup in Japan or
to
wherever.
try one time.
Yeah,
maybe.
like, I would
yeah,
totally
I'll
do
try
it.
Yeah.
But
I'm not gonna go buy a pound of the coffee to have.
yeah, I
it.
don't think that's. It's kind of neat though. The whole thing. You see that? Go down right there. See the. There it is.
Is that the actual poop?
Yeah, with the two.
Yeah,
So segue number 2.
it looks like a payday.
So- Go to a. Can the audience see this or no?
Not yet.
Okay.
But we'll put it on the post.
Okay. So what's cool, and they'll kind of tie into that to explain some things, is just there's a lot of things about coffee that just a lot of people just don't know. And so I want to take at least 5 minutes to tell something about it.
Please do.
So coffee grows on a tree. Trees vary in size. There's various varieties. I like to use the apple, the varieties of apple as sort of a comparison. So you've got a Red Delicious, a Granny Smith, a Pink Lady, blah, blah, blah. They're all apples, but they all taste totally different. Same thing with coffee. There's hundreds of varieties of coffee. There's some like prominent ones that people have all the time. There's ones that are less susceptible to disease and harsh climates and so forth that are also good. But there's also weird types and so forth. But anyways, as it relates to just the coffee, it's a berry sort of that grows on a tree. Inside the berry or the fruit are 2 seeds or the coffee beans, and they sort of face each other. And that's what we've got to get out in order to have as a drink that we all enjoy. And so as it goes with that animal, they're just eating the cherry, like the fruit off of the tree, or somebody's fed it to them. And they, as it goes through the digestive tract, like it removes the skin and the fruit layers, and the seeds are exposed in the scat, as you saw. And so, but there's got to be some sort of chemical reaction with the innards of the animal. There's also maybe some layer of fermentation. I'm not sure. Maybe.
Yeah.
Could
Kind of
even
like
be,
worm castings. They do get better when the worms eat the compost and then shit
There it is.
out.
And so, like, maybe on one of the beans, like way down in the log, it could be void of oxygen. So it could be some sort of like anaerobic fermentation, maybe. I don't know.
I like it.
I like how you use the word log and anaerobic in the same sentence.
Yeah.
We're going down this rabbit hole, but if you add the word anaerobic, it makes it sound very scientific. But it all makes sense.
Well, that's actually another sort of tie-in is that the processing methods over the last 10 to 15 years in coffee have just been taking some different turns, it's really cool. Back to the varieties and stuff. And there's two primary camps of coffee. You have Robusta and Arabica. I'm sure you've seen a lot of marketing on packaging that says Arabica, 100% Arabica. That's generally in the specialty realm, which is at the top 15% of all coffee produced in the world is categorized as specialty coffee.
Which is the Arabica.
Well, but there are lower grades that are still Arabica.
Oh, okay.
But like there aren't Arabica is only specialty is only Arabica.
If it's specialty, it's definitely Arabica.
Yes.
Got it.
But there are some Robusta, some specialty Robustas coming out.
Yeah.
It's kind of.
Oh, I know how it gets. We can talk about marijuana strains. It'd be the same thing.
It's with everything.
Yeah.
And Tyler has a very good Apple reference in that regard too.
Yeah, I mean it's the same
It's clean
stuff.
to smoke out of an apple.
It's like
Everyone knows that.
You're talking about the apple tree.
Yeah.
And his wife she buys 2,000 apples, the nice expensive, crispy, delicious ones, and then she has the one that Tyler can go.
That I'm allowed to put 2 holes in and load
up.
up.
Oh, I got
and
you.
load up. But when we first started hanging out, and I first saw Apple, we're downstairs on our old podcast studio. I asked Eugenio, did you use one of my good apples?
Golden crisps.
My good golden crisps?
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, oh,
they're
shit.
expensive. I'm not supposed to.
Yeah, they're like $2-3 a pop.
Yeah, I'm not supposed to use those.
But does it taste better for that purpose?
Yeah, better apple, it's going to taste better, but they're so juicy. So, it's really better to get, a Granny Smith because you're coring it out because they're real dry in there. So, I mean, just for smoking purposes, it's Granny Smith's my favorite to smoke out of.
Nice.
I got to be honest. I've not heard of this.
Heard of what?
What you're talking about?
A lot of people are like, what are you in high school? Because I guess that was the thing.
But
I didn't smoke in high school. That was the, jokingly thing. I'm like, no, it's clean.
I've never heard of that.
I toss it in the woods. Come on.
I'm serious. I've never heard of it. And obviously I've never done it.
No. We'll change that.
Now you're going to be hooked.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Granny Smith's the way to go.
Interesting.
Yeah, so one of our favorite things to do is once we go, we always introduce the guests, talk about, but we always go down these tangents. We never know where we're going to go.
Yeah.
So I like reading back the highlights from each one of our the web portals we have open.
Okay.
So we started off with the 3-Story Coffee Facebook page,
Which we didn't. Okay.
which I think we
barely touched
We
that.
barely touched that.
That's what. Wait, before you go, that's exactly what Emma down here. She was like, so is it about 3-Story Coffee or is it about Justin? I go, well, we'll start with 3-Story Coffee, but it's gonna go off the rails. And just be about. And she was like, oh, okay, cool. And she got the thing. And she's gonna,
If I can't stay on track with podcasts that are on two true tracks.
Well, it would be so terrible.
Well,
Justin,
it's like a book.
yeah.
I'm going to sleep.
Oh, you mean if you're listening to it too? It would be awful. Yeah. No.
Yeah,
it would
it's
be
got to
terrible.
be.
Unless it was I don't know. Yeah.
But that's what makes a podcast what it is, personally.
Exactly.
So it's 3-Story Coffee.
So there's the Facebook page.
Facebook, 3storycoffee.com. What is it, Cortado?
Yeah.
We started. I know.
I mean, that's good.
The most expensive coffee cat poop.
Yep.
The Pooter Jack Vale.
Yeah, we definitely went there.
Elevator farts.
Dude, you guys have got to watch that later. You do. Listen, because do you guys know who Ed Bassmaster is?
No.
What?
Bassmaster, is it
A comedian, a YouTube guy. 10, 15 years, or maybe 10 years ago. Would you look at it? Sir, would you just look at it?
Oh, God.
Do you not remember that?
No, but that sounds familiar.
That guy. Sir, would you just, he's
Oh,
looking
my
at,
gosh, I have seen
he's
this.
looking at this car. He's like, sir, would you just...
I
would you-
have seen this.
Okay, Ed Bassmaster gets together with
Right.
Jack Vale, and they're in a elevator farting, and one of them starts laughing. That's the video heard around the world. Click that. Show how many views that thing
Oh,
has.
my gosh, it has 40 million views.
Yeah.
This one right
It
here.
has 40 million views.
Yeah. And that spun off his whole career, dude.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he's my favorite comedian of all time.
I got you.
Ed
Bassmaster.
Now, when showing the little icons of his different face and characters, I remember some videos. I just haven't. Yeah, it didn't ring.
The funniest one he has. So the one here. So the third picture over that, right there. That's Chip Diamond. That's probably his most.
That's what I've seen.
Where he's like, whatever, pal. Like that stuff's hilarious. But his one character where he's like a Dwayne, from the Ozark Forest type guy, like a country bumpkin type.
Yeah.
He's got this crazy wig on. He's smoking. He's just hacking. And he'll walk up to somebody, take a drag, and just start hacking all over the place. He's best comedian.
All right. Well, good, man. I got.
You're getting all of it.
I got the Pooter videos, and then I got Ed Bassmaster.
Jack Vale, Ed Bassmaster.
Where else did we go, Fletch?
We went from elevator farts to Growing Pains kid Kurt Cameron.
Yep.
Kate and Allie's Pizza in Jeff City.
Yep.
More expensive coffee.
Yep.
The two types of coffee, Arabica and Robusto. And we just added Ed Bassmaster.
Yeah. Yeah.
Beautiful.
So there's a we really bookshelved it, with some quality content.
We got some quality content going on.
No.
Mostly non-coffee though.
Yeah.
Which is great.
We gotta get a slice at Pizza Tree. You
Yeah,
got time for that?
I'm getting a slice. We'll get a slice.
Yeah.
Well, sweet. So we've done an hour. Time
Really?
just flies by when you're talking about poop.
Pooping and farting.
Yeah.
Yes. But do you want to plug 3 Story Coffee or websites or anything you guys got coming up?
Yeah, so 3 Story Coffee, best coffee. And I don't. It's gonna sound,
You don't say it lightly.
I don't, but it sounds.
But
cheap.
you know what you're talking about after the last hour talking to you.
Yeah, I mean, the way things are done from start to finish, from going to the countries of origin, sourcing the coffee based off of the quality, paying a price based off of that quality, that the price is attached to the quality, which is an incentive for the people in these countries that grow it, bringing it over here, meticulously roasting it, meticulously developing a menu, serving it, having the people that we've got. It's just it's amazing. Couldn't do it without the people. The owners, the Andersons, they're great people. But if you've not tried it, you should. One of the things we love to do most, and it's sort of the uniqueness of the company, is that 3 Story Coffee it's not like a 3-story building.
Yep.
Although in Jefferson City, the flagship location, as we call it, it is a 3-story building. We only occupy one. That just kind of all worked out, but it's a play on words. It's about your story as a consumer. It's about our story as the people that work for the company. And it's about the story of the people who grow the coffee. Mm-hmm. And so we don't always get to tell that. Some people just like, yo, I want a latte. I'm getting out of here.
Yeah.
This guy's like, I don't know what I want. Just give me something. Some people like to talk, but one of our things we love to do is we love to talk. I could sit here for hours.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was only an hour.
Well, Justin,
We're just getting started, right?
Yeah. We can go get a piece of pizza, come back, and just do another hour.
yeah. Or we'll do another one that we don't video, and we don't care. We'll let those go like 3 hours.
Yeah. So usually the ones that do video, you keep it an hour, and then the ones.
I got you.
The ones that do just audio can be however long.
Yeah, we'll throw that bad boy on Spotify.
But,
just go the whole night.
There you go.
As
long as we have White Claw.
No, yeah, we'll be drinking
yes.
when we're not on video. When we're not on video, we do some things.
But
different?
What is your what's your favorite seltzer?
Oh, my favorite, my hard seltzer,
hard seltzer.
Probably Quirk from Boulevard. Yeah, it's probably I don't really like them.
Not had it.
So the reason I like Quirk is because most of the hard seltzers they're too sweet for me.
Oh yeah,
and that's the thing. So Quirk isn't.
Okay.
I mean, it cuts that all out.
High Noon Pineapple, hands down.
Whoa.
Quirk pear yuzu.
Yep.
Okay.
So the high noons
You got
are
a lot of
actually
shit to try.
vodka based instead of like the malt liquor.
Yeah.
based. So they're a lot cleaner.
Oh, I love them.
But they're like twice as expensive. So like my go to is usually either the White Claw number 3 box or the Truly Wild Berries.
Truly wild berries are fire, and I think
Truly lemon might be my second favorite.
whoa, says no one ever.
Says no one else. But my least favorite, White Claw grapefruit. That shit's trash. Get out of my box.
Oh,
Dude,
Yeah,
that's your shit.
that's my shit.
there's a whole fridge full at my house. You can have them all.
But I actually prefer Truly's grapefruit over White Claw.
Yeah, nice.
But there's no law when you're drinking White Claw.
There's no law.
Love it.
That is great.
But anyways, I'm actually a beer, like super beer snob. But since you brought it up, there's one out of from Four Hands in St. Louis
Yeah.
that they just dropped a new seltzer that I'm dying to get my hands on.
I like Four Hands in
It's
general,
the Bomb
so-
Pop.
Ooh.
You know the the 4th of July
Yeah.
Bomb Pop.
Yeah.
Red, white, blue.
Oh,
Yeah, it's that
crap.
seltzer, dude.
Yeah.
I need it.
So
Need it.
I guess Brewery downtown.
Yeah.
Did like a little 6-barrel of a seltzer, and it was called like the sports. Like I hate sports.
Really?
But
Sports are hard.
sports are hard, yeah.
Oh, they are.
And
That's what it's called. It's
and-
funny 'cause they
and
added
made it with blue Gatorade.
Blue Gatorade powder.
like
I
blue
think they were like
powder.
fucking around because I was at Broadway.
Yeah.
Eaton or wherever that is.
They sold
Anyways.
out, like-
and yeah, they were just messing around like, oh, this is amazing.
Are they gonna?
And they called it Sports Are Hard.
Are they gonna do it
Sports are
again?
hard.
I don't know.
They better because I still haven't tried it. Like,
I love the scene up
I haven't
here.
tried it either.
I love it.
Well, it was last story, like so the 3-story. Every time I drove by it,
Yeah.
and I love that you said that your story, our story, and then the grower story.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you the back of my shirt.
Nice.
Because everybody has a story.
Oh, that's awesome.
Everybody has a story.
I always thought it was because the coffee was just right. Like the Three Little Pigs. Three Little Pigs. Nobody. That's what every
You
time.
lost me, dude.
Yeah. The Three Little Pigs.
I respect that, though.
That pig's bears. Goldilocks.
You're right.
Yeah, Goldilocks. You know, Goldilocks, she has 3 beds. One's too hard, one's too soft, one's just right.
Yeah.
The porridge.
But you went down a trail to get there, dude. Like you went way out there.
Oh, Justin, we just met. Just get ready.
I like that though, because sometimes my head goes into.
Oh,
this,
yeah.
but I'm like, you'll never get it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's. I mean, at least once a day, Tyler looks at me and he goes, "What?"
What? And then a lot of times I do get it because he like connects, but it takes a second, and I start laughing like 3 minutes later, like dying laughing. I look at
I
Fletcher,
know.
and then he looks at me. He's like, "You got it."
That's why I love. I think, and that's why I love Barstool's Dave Portnoy. He has that same type of personality.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
he'll say something that's just totally off the wall. Love it.
Like, how'd you get there? I was like,
Man,
shit.
way to go.
I want to make shirts for you guys that has like I got 3 bowls of porridge, 3 beds, and like 3 cups of coffee. And it
But
said,
that was just right.
just right.
Well, and currently we technically have 3 locations.
Yeah, nice.
Oh
So-
yeah.
It's a prime number.
What?
But stay tuned.
I
Stay
haven't
tuned.
haven't done these plugs for the pod. What? MoPodcast.com.
Yep.
That's our website. Middle of the map, Mo for socials.
Instagram, Facebook.
Instagram, Facebook, Spotify, iTunes. You can listen on either of those.
Yo.
Leave us a review.
Please, yeah. Leave us a review kindly, maybe.
Kindly. Yeah,
Kindly.
If
kindly.
you like it, or if you don't.
And
Yeah.
come
Leave a poopy review if you didn't like it.
true.
Nice.
Come see
Justin,
us.
very nice to meet you.
Yeah,
sir.
thanks for
Mr.
having
Justin
me, guys.
McClain.
Appreciate it.
We're out, brother.
All right, out.
Oh shit! I forgot to press record.
I just wanna